I'm here right now in Memphis, Tennessee, pertaining to the Martin Luther King anniversary of where do we go from here. I've got various little buttons here that they are promoting in this area here in Memphis, Tennessee right now. And I do want to show you my truck here in just in a second, pertaining to what my truck looks like. Turn it around this way. Like I said, I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee. This is April the 4th. And I want to get out and show you how I got my truck decorated. I did originally have my 2 anti-battle flags flying, but it attracted some negative attention. And because people did not quite understand my message, I decided to take the anti-battle flags out for right now. I may put them back in, I don't know. But I've got this big sign here that says Hope and Fury, pertaining to a fairy tale. That it is not no fairy tale in regard. It is no fairy tale pertaining to Martin Luther King being assassinated on the 50th year. And I just wanted people to understand that that the Windmill Ministries is not discriminatory in any way, form or fashion, in regard to his dream of those who are poor, those who are depleted, those who are without. That this has all got to do with hope and fury. The empty tomb completed April 4th, the 50th year anniversary, Martin Luther King, and also DACA pertaining to the immigrants. Got here, love you, over here on this side. Martin Luther King, love you. Saint Martin, over here. Saint Martin, over here. Still rising, pertaining to not only Martin Luther King's message is still rising, but so is Jesus Christ's message, because he's becoming more and more popular every day in other countries and in other forms and fashions in other ways. I've got here on the front of my windshield here, Explore, with 2 crosses, Saint Martin. Love the King here on the front. License plate pertaining to the state of Tennessee, a population center for the good of God, military ministry. Like I said, I did have some anti-battle flags flying, but because of the negative notoriety that I was going to receive, because by and large people don't understand what the anti-battle flag actually represents in regard to the Windmill Ministry, I decided that it would probably be best if I took it off. But once more, I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee today. It's a beautiful day. It's a little cool outside. I figure probably over 500,000 people are participating in the 50th year anniversary of Martin Luther King. I felt like with me being just a couple hour drive from Memphis, Tennessee, I didn't want to let this opportunity go by in regard to his message of people getting along, all classes, regardless whether you're the white race, black race, red race, yellow race, that all races getting along. He preached a very, very loving, kind, gracious message. And of course, ultimately, he had to sacrifice the ultimate sacrifice to be able to see his works come about. And so many times, people like Jesus Christ, you know, that had a very good message, whenever they become martyrs, their message becomes much more powerful after their death than it was before. The same way with Martin Luther King, his message probably become 1,000 times more powerful after his death than before. So I just want my viewers to see my truck in regard to being out here today at Memphis, Tennessee, which is Western Tennessee. Like I said, all the activities and stuff, I just got through walking from down there where that big crane is, right over in that area, right over there. It's scores and scores of people that's out today, and of course it makes it even that much more pleasurable with it being nice outside as far as the sun shining, even though it's a bit risky. But I just wanted to tell my viewers thank you for watching and being a part of the 50th year anniversary of a great man who sacrificed so much in bringing forth a message of ending segregation, of ending child slavery, of ending people being poor, ending racial discrimination, ending. He was a very, very kind and polite man, and his message was all around love, pertaining to a godly, holy message. And it was a message that surrounded nonviolent approach, a very, very nonviolent approach pertaining to Martin Luther King. So on this day, I just wanted to make a live shot, and I hope that my viewers have enjoyed. I kind of mixed and mingled hope and theory. The fact that it is not a fairy tale of Jesus Christ that come into existence. It is not a fairy tale that Jesus Christ rose from the third day. It is not a fairy tale in regard to them assassinating Martin Luther King. It is not a fairy tale that we're having problems right now pertaining to DACA, pertaining to the problems on our borders. It is not a fairy tale in regard to all the adversity that I personally have received for the past 30 plus years in the Windmill Ministries missions towards me being the founder of bringing forth a message that is extremely similar to the Lord Jesus Christ, as well as Martin Luther, as well as other activists out there that is trying to promote light is greater than darkness, that love is greater than hate, that we as a society can pull together if we will only put our minds and our hearts together towards doing that in which what is right, regardless of what race, regardless of what continent, regardless of what nationality, regardless of what culture, regardless of what religion. We should all pull together towards loving, taking care, peace, utopia, and grace, and yes, forgiving each other in our hearts especially those who has asked for forgiveness and who have come clean in understanding that what that they have done was incorrect. I have put out some messages for the past 2 or 3 days in regard to telling people about the steps that I've been through. I will probably go back into the park momentarily. Then again, I don't really know. But it's been a pleasure towards me being able to talk to my viewers on Facebook. I thank you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I thank you, and I hope that you have found a little bit of pleasure today in being able to view Memphis, Tennessee, here in the northern continent of the United States, pertaining to the Continental. And I hope that you enjoy this message and enjoy what you're looking at pertaining to my truck being dressed up in honor of several different things. In other words, I'm multitasking today in regard to Easter, in regard to the Lord being risen on the third day, in regard to Martin Luther King, as well as the DACA problems that we're having on our coast that our chief and commander, Mr. Donald Trump, keeps continually talking about. So thank you once more, and I'll walk around the truck one more time, and I ain't going to say nothing else. In other words, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You like the message?
Yeah, nice message, man.
Nice message?
It's fitting. Grab a dollar or something.
Want to say thank you to my viewers. Have a good weekend. God bless and I love all of you. Take care. See ya.